CheeseMan is the debut Android title from Alpha Noise Games. It's a solid platformer with a lot of creativity, but pretty standard gameplay and mechanics. The music is totally boss, and I loved it. While the game has lots of technical issues and is clearly the work of some amateur game developers, it's got heart, and it's still a lot of fun. On top of that, it's totally free, so why not check it out? I'll come right out and admit my slight bias here. This game is very clearly inspired by Super Meat Boy on the Xbox Live Arcade and PC, which is one of my favorite platformers. The devs are not shy about this fact either. They thank Team Meat in the opening logo splashes, and Meat Boy and Dr. Fetus make brief cameo appearances. I love fast-paced, challenging platformers and thus was drawn to this title. Now, that doesn't mean I'll lie about its quality. It's very, very, very rough around the edges, with graphical errors, random bugs, amateur art, and a lack of bells and whistles. I still had a blast playing it though. You get to play as one of two cheese people and are chasing down an apparently evil mouse in his Dr. Robotnik floating pod device. I do not know why. What ensues is a brutal series of obstacles, from spikes and spinning saw blades to lasers, cannons, bouncy pads, teleporters, and much more. Oftentimes the game is quite difficult in a good way, but just as often it's difficult for the wrong reasons due to bugs and the like. For example, the hitboxes on most hazards are a bit bigger than the art assets would indicate, leading to a lot of deaths that seem unfair or out of nowhere. But hey, at least the graphical issues sometimes reveal the hitboxes on everything in a rather garish fashion. The controls are simple and were mostly tight and responsive. I would have liked to see the ability to change the size of buttons and to move their positioning, since I was playing on a tablet, and the right movement button was quite the stretch. You make use of double jumps and wall jumps to get around, and it's all quite simple. I like little touches like how the male cheese person holds onto the walls with his ridiculously large teeth. These developers have some nifty ideas, but need to work on their polishing abilities. The visuals aren't anything special, but at least they're colorful. The soundtrack was supplied by an artist called Bubblegum Octopus, and I really dug the music, also clearly inspired by Super Meat Boy. You can name your own price for the soundtrack online, so there's that. The game is also quite short, with only 42 levels, but more is promised in future updates. CheeseMan is a fun and creative platformer, and while it's full of random issues, it's also totally free, so there's no harm in checking it out. This has been Andrew with Appolicious.com, helping you find mobile apps you'll love.